Before I start this video, don't forget that the UFC interim heavyweight champion of the world is on the True Geordie podcast, which is out this Sunday on the True Geordie YouTube channel. Right, lads, we're talking UFC 296. Leon Edwards is defending his welterweight title against Colby Covington. They've done a press conference, and as expected, it's all gone to ratchet.
What does a win over Colby do for your legacy?
Nothing really, just add to my legacy, right? Just another guy in my way to chasing GSP record. I haven't lost a fight in 8 years. Even my 13 win in a row, you know, so I'm used to this position. And this is the guy coming off one loss, one win, then fighting for the bout, you know, so.
I know you don't know how to do it math, but when you poke that guy in the eyes and it was a no contest, that interrupts your win streak, you dumb
So Colby came out on smoke, as you can see, dressed as one of the founding fathers, I think. I don't really know a lot about American history, if I'm honest. But if you're going to be a character, you have to stay in character. And he just doesn't do that.
No, it's a way easier fight than Usman. I mean, I fought Usman when he was in his absolute prime. This guy got lucky at a Hail Mary in the end of the fight to save him. So who's he beat besides that? 40-year-old Cerrone, 40-year-old Nate Diaz, like Ricky Waters? Where's his resume so impressive?
I must admit, in terms of resume, I do think Leon still has quite a bit to go before he's completely solidified as one of the greatest welterweights. Like, Usman's resume right now is, in my opinion, the best. Even better than GSP. I know a lot of people will be triggered, but GSP did lose to Matt Serra, so come on now. There's room for debate.
Who have you beat? Seriously? Woodley.
Who have you beat?
Woodley.
Yeah, you know why I beat Woodley? Because you pulled out because you had the sniffles. You had the sniffles. You were scared to fight. You had the sniffles. You had the sniffles, bro.
I think that's a bit harsh on Woodley. Like, all right, Woodley isn't, you know, the greatest fighter of all time, but he's top 5 welterweights ever, in my opinion. Banged out Robbie Lawler. All right, he lost to Jake Paul in a boxing match, but that doesn't take away what he was when he was in there with Colby.
You turned down a title fight with Usman because you had the sniffles.
The whole career.
You're scared, dude.
Robbie.
You're the biggest decision, bro. Hey, hey, show the fans, man. The fans want to see that meteor on the top of your head. Show them. Show them the top of your head. They want to see that meteor. Show them. Disgusting.
No way. It's not personal. I just got to teach this kid a little lesson, man. It's real. I ain't no meme. He's going to have the real Saturday.
It's good to see Paddy back. Obviously, he got a lot of criticism at the end of his last fight, and I know he didn't handle it great, but I've met Paddy, and I have to say, he came across as a solid dude, like really solid. And as much as I think maybe he's been mismanaged a little bit since then, overall, I think the guy's a good bloke, and I'm rooting for him this week. Although I do have a lot of, you know, love for Ferguson. I think he's been a hell of a fighter, in the words of Floyd Mayweather. Really is a hell of a fighter. And to see a guy have that many defeats in a row and still keep going, I admire the bloke. But at some point, you've got to give it up. And for me, if Paddy beats him, you know, Paddy is a bit of a star in the UFC. Say what you want. I know some people don't rate him as a fighter as highly as what I do. And I'm not even saying he can be a champion, but I do rate him. I think he's got talent. It would be a nice way for Tony to go, look, you're the future. I've had my day, and lay the gloves down in the ring. If he pulls off the upset here, the place will go mental. And that is probably why the UFC have made this fight, is it is old versus new. It's a passing of the torch. It's what they should be doing in the heavyweight division with Stipe Miocic and Tom Aspinall. But for some reason, they're trying to protect old man Stipe, and yet they're throwing Ferguson to the wolves. There's no consistency here. That's all I'm saying.
Are you pretty scared of Tony with David, or is this just another fight?
It was just cardio, baby. It was just cardio.
Another fight.
There was no real training.
You know what I mean?
No MMA
just
training.
Another fight. Like, anyone can go and do that.
It was just cardio, baby. That was it.
Exactly,
It was just cardio.
cardio.
You heard him.
It's
a lose-lose situation for him.
You know what I mean?
He has nothing to gain from
the
here.
mat.
Absolutely nothing. He has nothing to gain from the fight. In his mind, he already lost.
Me? I've already lost. Whatever, you sausage.
That was it. You see, when Tyson Fury says it, it sounds ridiculous, but he really put the sausage into that. He wasn't having it. Guarantee there'll be mad respect between these two after the fight, because they're both fucking crazy.
Your own country doesn't even like you, dude.
That's not true. That's not true. Paddy is loved in the UK. Like, when Paddy fights in England again, he will be still a hero. One dodgy performance where he didn't look as good will not turn people on Paddy. Like, no way.
Just because everyone likes you here, lad, it's going to be funny when you're on the floor asleep on Saturday night.
I don't even care about you, dude.
I know you don't. I don't care about you. You're just another obstacle in the way, lad.
Fair.
Scotland, isn't it beautiful here?
I've been to Scotland. I used to dive there. It was cold and wet a lot. So yeah. I don't want to go to Scotland. Oh, fucking hell. How many adverts do these pricks have?
Him and his dad drive around in a van with no windows, and they lure kids into the bus with candy and karate, and they tell them, let's go back to the dojo.
Dojo. Wonderboy Thompson is one of the nicest dudes in the history of fighting. And yet, Colby's out here calling him a pedo. Just, there is no line.
Don't
Listen,
be
that's
mad
strange. That's strange.
You haven't got a ride in the karate bus, all right? I got you.
Hey, I gotta be honest. Steven shouldn't be on the top 10 list. He shouldn't be on the pound for pound list, but he should be in that list that all the community knows about. I'm not saying he's a pedophile, but man, he checks all the boxes.
This is so fucking funny. You know what, right? I know people don't like Colby, but at times he is fucking funny, man.
Who do you think wins between Shafkat and Stephen Thompson?
No one gives a fuck about that. They came to see me, and that's it. I'm the A side of this fight. They didn't come to see anybody else. I don't care who's on my prelims. Why would I care about who's on my prelims? I'm focused on Mumble Mouth. The most impressive thing about Mumble Mouth is that he has a list.
I'm the main
why he
event, dog.
mumbles.
I'm more American than you, homie. Sit back.
Wow, this Benedict Arnold motherfucker. Damn, Tony, I was rooting for you. I like America. I'm still going to root for you, even if you're an American douchebag. But just don't go out there and lose 7 fights in a row, bro.
Oh, homie, you know what?
Fucking
you're in
bum.
my weight class.
Fucking
forget,
bum.
brother. You're in my weight class, kid. So you're next.
Kid, you're in the easiest weight class in the UFC. What are you talking about?
14-2 most knockouts, bitch.
6-fight losing streak, bitch.
This is actually like influencer boxing level shit talking right now. It's the lowest of the low, and I'm enjoying it.
So I'm gonna be
Definitely.
real. Hey,
You
I'm
still
gonna be
seeing
real.
ghosts in the wall,
Gonna be
kidnapping
fucking
your
real. The
kids and
stars
taking
and
them
stripes
somewhere
ain't going
else?
fucking nowhere.
Still
They belong
kidnapping
here.
your kids? You
So regardless
fucking
of this
sick fuck.
fucker wins and I win, we're gonna keep that fucking shit here.
Yeah, we'll see.
That was a compliment, bitch.
Yeah, I'm complimenting you too. I'm rooting for you on Saturday night.
All right, Colby, let's fucking do this shit.
These two have gone from hating each other to liking each other in about 30 seconds. It's really like a lot of relationships I've been in.
Let's go, Team America.
Fuck yeah, America, motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah, God bless.
Here we go, motherfuckers!
Let's go!
Americans are the dumbest, aren't they? Americans can hate each other and just all of a sudden just be like, yeah, let's go, America.
We're gonna Paul Revere these assholes.
Damn right we are. Fuck these red coat motherfuckers.
This is the funniest thing. This is just, I've never seen this in the history of the UFC. Like two dudes all of a sudden just like hating each other to then like, yeah, we're gonna fucking kill these bastards.
Literally, you're so fucking stupid. On Saturday night, I'm gonna bring you to a place you never want to be. I'm gonna bring you the 7th layer hell.
Okay.
No, I'm bringing you to 7th layer hell. We'll say what's up to your dad while we're there.
Oh.
He just had to ruin it, didn't he? Colby was on fire there. He was likable, funny. It was like the old McGregor where, yeah, he was being a dick, but he was being funny and witty with it. And he was jovial. And out of nowhere, he says a comment that is probably the worst thing I've ever heard anyone say at a press conference.
We'll say what's up to your dad while we're there.
Yeah. That is an immediate reaction, that is an immediate reaction. And if you look, you see the smile on Colby's face. I've lost a parent, and many of you out there will have done, and even if you haven't, we've all got empathy, right? You should never fucking go there, ever, with anyone. Like, unless they've done something to you that is horrendous or whatever, then maybe, just maybe. But like, this is fight talk. You're trying to sell the pay-per-view. You've already done a fucking amazing job. And actually, I've got to be honest, in the last year, 2 years, I've been watching Colby and I've been thinking, you know what? I'm becoming a bigger fan of you than I ever thought I would be. You've gone from just being an annoying twerp to actually, I get the game you're playing and you're doing a great job and maybe you're being held back by the UFC, if anything. And then he makes that comment and you just think, fuck me, mate. That's the most disappointing thing Colby Covington has ever done as an entire career. Like, I can't fault him aside from this. I get you're going to talk shit about Brazil. Who hasn't? Like, Chael did it years ago. It makes sense. It's not that personal. You're generalizing a whole country, right? It's not great, but it's not personal. You don't know what the fuck you're saying. You don't mean it, clearly. It's just a bit of fucking crack. But to talk about someone's dad who lost their life, like, let's not forget, like, we've seen the emotion pour out of Leon Edwards when he won that title. And that was when it hit me, like, I thought this kid was a bit of a robot, like not Mr. Personality. And when all of that came out of him and he was on the phone to his mom afterwards and the tears were coming, you were like, something more has gone on here that you just don't know. I don't know if we knew the full story. I didn't know it at that time. But this kid's been through hell and pain and suffering. And I can't imagine the amount of tears that he has shed, you know, thinking about his dad and everything that they've been through as a family. And Colby saying that, it just disrespects all of that. You know, we're supposed to have a certain level of respect. We've seen after the Kamaru-Usman fight, where Colby shook his hand and went, I'm just selling it for you, mate. We're just trying to make money. I respect you, really. Like, it's all a game here. That made me a fan. That made me go, you know what? You're actually doing a fucking good job. And you're actually a hell of a fighter. When you do this, you do it because you're crossing the line in a very deliberate way. And you only do that when you feel like you need every single advantage you have. So ironically, in doing this, he is telling me, personally, this is my opinion anyway, you know you're in a fucking fight of your life here. You know this is going to be very hard, and so hard that you need to try every trick in the book to get this guy off of his game to give you any advantage you can get, because that's how bad it's going to be for you in there. That's how hard it's going to be to get this win. I don't think he did this and didn't think about it. He calculated this and thought about it, and therefore he's been thinking about, I need every advantage. And that is a lack of confidence, in my opinion, in his own ability. And I don't think he doesn't think he can win the fight, but I don't think he's as sure as... Like, if you're confident you're going to win the fight, you're not playing every dirty trick possible to do that. I'm really fucking disappointed in this guy, because I was actually growing to like him, and now he's just done something where I'm like, that's the lowest of the low in fighting to me. To talk about someone's parent like that who died in that way, and all that pain that must have caused that fella, you're fucking bang out of order, and you're a fucking prick for that, like. However, now Leon has to keep his cool. And as you can see, he didn't. And when we're thinking about the game plan of this fight for Colby Covington, it's to get the takedown. Leon is quite an emotionless fighter. He fights just cold. Kind of mentally like Anderson Silva used to fight. Very much precision, sharpshooter. And in order to give yourself more of a chance of getting the takedown, you're trying to distort his frame of mind and make him more aggressive so that you can capitalize on him wanting to march forward and beat the shit out of you. That gives you far better chance of him overcommitting, you getting the takedown and putting him on his back and having a better chance of winning that round. And I think that's the whole entire reason he's done this, because Leon is very good at perfectly balancing attack and defense. He doesn't overcommit a lot. He's clever and he's calculated. And you need to make him not that. And I think that's why he's played this card. And if he still loses after playing such a card, he's affected the way the entire world sees him. For what? You know? You could have just been fucking respectful and made the best man win. And even if you want to trash him as much as possible, but I think he knew it's going to take something big to get Leon off his game. And this is the one thing he's played. And it's a desperate card to play. But can Leon keep his cool? Because the love he has for his dad is probably driving him always to achieve greatness. And that got to be one of the reasons why we've seen all that emotion pour out of him when he did achieve greatness. They all doubted me. Well, look at me now. Talking about how he was born in that little place in Jamaica and how hard his life had been. And that fucking stuck with me, like. So we're going to see the championship mentality of Leon Edwards tested in a way that it's not quite been tested before. And I really rate Colby as a fighter. I think, you know, Kamaru was a little bit on the downturn of his career. Not that he can't be a good fighter anymore, but he wasn't prime Kamaru. People might say you're making excuses. I still think Leon was amazing. I think Colby is more of a test right now than Kamaru was, and I could be wrong. I think that gas tank, that relentless attempt of a takedown is going to be there. We're going to really see what Leon's made of here.
Oh, fucking pussy. Look, he's got his ultimate feeling champion. He ain't no ultimate fighting champion. He's ultimate feeling champion. Wow. Guys, Kleenex and fucking, you better get the tissues ready.
He does not want to sit down, Leon. I've got to say, you know, Leon isn't the most emotional guy just generally in any interview, but he's done well to keep a lid on it there and sit back down, and that's probably a good sign for him in the cage.
Obviously, that was a bit of a below the belt and crass comment. What do you think that says about Colby's character?
I've got to say, Leon has taken this unbelievably well. Like, he has handled this with class, like a champ. Yeah, he stood up, but he hasn't gone on like a lunatic like a lot of people would have done in that moment. I'm impressed. Chael Sonnen has since tweeted out, and I'm assuming that this is about this. Chael and Colby are quite close from all accounts. Chael said, if you're not willing to go too far, you will never go far enough. That comment is bang on generally, but there are exceptions to the rule, and this is it. Chael was always trying to get in the head of his opponents, would say ridiculous things, but he would never go this far. I don't believe Chael ever went anywhere near this far, in fact. Like, this is too far. And I think Chael understands the logic that Colby is like, look, I've got to try everything I can. Like, this is it. This is my final chance of winning a belt, and it's everything or nothing. But that doesn't excuse it, man. I'm fucking disappointed, to be honest with you. I think that it's a real low moment for the UFC just to have a shitty thing like that said on a show. Like, Dana shouldn't have to say it to the fighters beforehand. If you could just not bring each other's dead relatives up. Is that okay? Like, that should not need to be said. Before I seen this press conference, I actually was kind of leaning Colby. If I'm looking at a prime Colby versus a prime Leon, I probably would have picked Colby. I don't know why. I just feel like he has a hell of an engine on him, an elite wrestler, and I just think that at some point he would have ground Leon down. But seeing this level of desperation is actually making me think it's a lack of confidence from Colby, and it's actually showing me how much he feels like he needs to try anything and everything to beat Leon. And for that reason, I think I'm going to lean towards Leon now. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. I'll try and get a review up of this as soon as possible after the fight. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of these comments, and generally, has this forever changed your opinion of Colby? Did you already hate him? Let me know. Don't forget to hit that like button, stay subscribed to the Pain Game YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. And this Sunday, don't forget to check out the podcast with the UFC interim heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall, on the True Geordie YouTube channel. See you later.